So, that game was so amazing. We're here with the two play-by-play commentators KBEV had throughout the game. Guys, I want you to give me a little bit of analysis. Just give me a summary of how the game went.
First half, not looking good for the Normans, but the second half, they really turned up the effort, they really turned up the heat, and they got it done.
Jacob, what'd you think?
That was crazy execution at the end of the game for Marcel Stevens, you know, hitting those threes and then going into overtime. They just took it away until like the last few seconds, so I think that was great.
What do you think they need to improve on for the next game?
I think they need to do better rotation on defense. They were a little slow at the beginning, giving up some good threes by the Cougars.
I agree. On defense, you know, they had, I think, 13 fouls in the first quarter. So I think they need to improve on that because you could see at the end they were going farther in depth into their bench. So I think if they can have those, you know, those 5 main guys they use, they can win anything.
If you had to pick an MVP for the game tonight, who would it be?
I mean, everyone put in great effort, but I think that in the end, Marcel is the MVP.
I think Coach Jarvis, because he put the right guys in at the right time, and he got what he needed to do to get his team to win.
And again, the Normans were down by 10 at one point, and they came up to the win 57-59. What do you think attributed to their win at the end?
I think this home court advantage was really big. At the end of the game, all the fans got into it, and it really gave the Normans a great morale boost.
I totally agree with Jared. The home court advantage, it was so loud up there. We were speaking into the mic, like right here. It was incredible. That's what I thought. Without this home court advantage, I don't think we win this game.
Exactly. So I want to see what else you think. What else you think these players did that really made a difference? What moves made a difference in this game?
Well, the first half, they didn't really utilize Chandler at all, but then the second half, they put him in the paint. He posted up, and he got some easy baskets, and I think that really helped the team.
I think not being able to quit, because they were down by 10, I think it was at halftime too, and throughout the second half. But I think fourth quarter, they just, you know, they turned it up, and they got what they needed to do. It's like make threes, get the ball in the paint, get stops.
And can you give us a little bit of a background on Capistrano Valley? What were we facing up? What was Normans facing up tonight?
Capistrano Valley was, I believe, 25-6, and
so that was a great record.
That is an incredible record. As Capistrano, I think, is 54th in the state, while the Normans are 97. So that's just where that place is. And to have the Normans pull out this game, I think that's just huge that they could do that.
I mean, he said everything you need to know.
Exactly, yeah. Just basically to summarize that, Capistrano Valley was an amazing team. They were coming out here. They were big. They had big guys, strong players, strong coaching, but the Normans were able to overcome them in the end. What final things do you guys have to say, kind of conclusions on your perspectives of the game?
I mean, it was just a great game, very fun to watch, very fun to commentate, and I'm glad I'm here.
Great game. Go Normans.
Go Normans. So, exactly, I was here on the court side the whole game. It was such an exciting, exhilarating game. You know, there were some low points when we were down by 10, but towards the end, there was an overtime when we tied it up. We tied it up so well. And what do you think? One last thing. In overtime, how did we execute in overtime?
I mean, we got stops. There were some fouls that were called against the Cougars that gave us the ball, but we got stops on defense, and that's really what put us over the top.
I think by the players, on the players' standpoint, they were able to execute when they fouled, and Capistrano was at the line, and they missed. They were able to score on the other end and make them pay for it. While for the fans, I think they were so loud. I think half the free throws were missed in the overtime for Capistrano, and that killed them.
So you brought up a good point, the fouls. There was a lot of fouling throughout this game. Well, how do you think that kind of affected the course? Because Beverly had a lot of fouls. A lot of players fouled out. Daniel Zahabian fouled out. There was a lot of players that fouled out for Beverly. Capistrano Valley, there were also a lot of fouls. So how do you think that also affected the game?
Especially in the fourth quarter, at the end of the fourth quarter when Beverly tried to steal the ball without getting the fouls. It really put them in a tough position to not foul and still get the steal.
Yeah, I think I saw throughout the game and in overtime, Chandler had 4 fouls, so he could only have 1 more and then he's out of the game. So I saw him, hesitate because you don't want to give up a foul on defense. So I think that's what led to it, not being able to go your hardest, because if you get fouled, you're fouled out. So I think the fouls really attributed to the way this game was played.
And again, I want to look at the plays throughout the game. We had so many exciting plays. My personal favorite, the one at the end when Jarvis had Chandler come in through the side, make that shot. What other things do you think that were missed by the watchers, by the people who watched the game? What do you think that were some little things that were a big deal?
I think just the screens, getting the open man, making sure they had the extra pass to get to the free Norman and hit the shot.
I think the threes, because like Jared said, getting open is a key to the game. And I think also making tough shots is a key to the game. Like at the end, that game-winning shot, that was a very tough shot that he got to go. So I think that's what you got to do to win these games.
Exactly. Jacob, Jared, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for commentating throughout this game. I really enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching this KBEV live stream. It was such an exciting game. You can watch the whole thing again. If you want to watch this exciting, you want to enjoy this excitement again, you can go on YouTube, KBEV6.com, watch this whole game, watch this post-game interview, the interviews, all of it on KBEV6.com. We're going to have some more coverage on it throughout this week, some more interviews with the players. We're going to show you what really went into this game. So once again, I'm Danesh for KBEV6. Thank you for watching this live stream. We'll see you next time.